was never personal. It was never personal. Hi, guys. This is me, Yame Wilfred, your host of It Was Never Personal. Welcome to It Was Never Personal with Yame Wilfred. That's me. It was never personal. It has always been about love, laughter, music, dance, creativity, you know, balance, awareness, authenticity. It is all about realizing that this is a dream, an illusion that you and I get to co create with the power that created the entire universe. It was never personal. You need to get inspired, motivated, and mostly importantly, find ways to love yourself and do so with laughter and joy. It was never personal. You won't learn anything new from this podcast. It may sound new only because we have forgot that which we once knew, and I'm here to remind that of which we once knew, but now we forgot. It was never personal. It was never personal. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Oh wow, I'm so excited because this is the last episode of the first season. It has 24 episodes, and I'm so excited. Why? Because, oh, first of all, because first of all, I'm like, I get this time to reflect and go, what had happened? Oh, actually, where was the, the scene of the crime? Like, where did what did I do? Oh, I get to really reflect, and again, I mean, I get time uh to have fun and go do something when I could be doing the podcast. And again, it's fun because now I get to release. But yeah, that is this is the only reason why I'm actually excited. It's because I release this project or this podcast out there. I mean, um, I'm laughing because I feel like if I say it, then maybe someone will say, "Oh, so you're not really that invested." I mean, I'm invested, but I'm not really much more I don't really care more about the expectation. Like, I'm not looking for, hey, but it's just I enjoy the process. I love it. Right now, I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm just in the enjoying of the process. Really, where it's going and whatever. That's not really much more of my caring. It's like, oh, okay, I said what I wanted to say, so that's it. Bye. You get it. So that's like that. So I'm so excited because now I get to let this little child go and live its own life the first season. And after this, I'm going to have to now start the second season, which I wanted to be like a video podcast. So it will be starting probably a month from now or 2 months from now. So I'll be preparing it, for season two. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And I really do admire everyone who actually came here and listened, commented, liked, whatever, shared, whatever, because this conversation, the conversations that I'm having on this podcast, the conversations that we have on this podcast, they are so huge. They're so revolutionary. Oh my god, revolutionary. Is that how I say it? Yeah, something like evolutionary. They are so evolutionary because they me really saying this, and you guys really listening to the podcast and taking time to really nurture and reassure that inner child, which is one of the topics that I'm going to talk about today, and really reassuring your inner child that it's okay, trust me, taking time to love yourself and know thyself. That's really evolutionary. It's a revolution. It changes the the pH balance of the entire world, because as I said, we are one thing. We are all one. We are one thing. There's no me without you. In order for me to be like, oh, I am sitting down, and then you're like, who? And then I'm like, me. I need me. For there to be a me, I need you. And again, it transcends all this um ridiculous concepts we've come up with, to try and understand the bigger things. But like I'm saying, this work, this talk, these conversations that we are having on this podcast, they change the pH balance of everybody who is in this world. You know why? Because we are one thing. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I really do admire your presence. It was never personal. It was never personal. So today I want to talk about the inner child, and really taking care of your inner child, because I feel like this is very important. And when I came up with this, when I came to this project and really saying I want to talk, I want to start a podcast, it was really all about dealing with all roads or all conversations led me back to how am I feeling, to emotional intelligence. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say emotional intelligence because right now there is the emotional intelligence that we talk about, which is so systematic and so defined and so complex, but what I mean is that it's really like it's standardized and whatever. But the emotional intelligence that I'm talking about, yes, what I want to say is emotional awareness. Really, that's all roads lead to there. All roads led to me really talking about how am I feeling, being aware of my feelings, being able to detach myself from my feelings, and really realizing that, oh, there is the situation, there is the feeling, and there is this idea that I have of me, which is the thought, and there is the awareness, and I am the awareness. So I just say it for then. So I'll say, I think I said it too fast. I'll have to say it again. So it's like, oh, there is the situation, there is the feelings I have about the situation, and then there is this idea that I have about myself. And this idea that I have about myself is a thought, you know? And like we know, thoughts lead to emotions, and emotions, because this thought lead to emotions, the thoughts that I have about this situation. There's a situation, emotion, though there are feelings and emotions that I have, and then there is this idea, the thoughts that I have about the situation. And then there is this awareness. A lot of us, a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people really do get stuck at the emotional level. They go, "Oh my god, this is so daunting and whatever," and they just they stay stuck there. They get so angry, they get so excited, they get so get so happy, until the situation is pulled off, and then they get sad and again, it's just the resistance and whatever. But anyways, what I'm saying is that in all of these roads, it really led me back to realizing that first of all there's a situation, and then uh there is this idea that I think about the situation, and I relate that idea to myself. Hence I have these emotions and these feelings arising within me, and then I have this thing which is so huge, that is in awareness of all of these things that is happening, which is observing all of this. A lot of people are not really able, or they cannot really recognize that awareness. They don't even, it's like foreign, it's so alien to them, but it's very powerful, because if you are able to really go x-ray eyes on the situation, and whenever I say x-ray eyes on the situation, it's actually something which I feel like, well, not everybody has it, but if if you are self, or if you are aware enough, if you are an observant, if you're an observer, hitting that um hitting that zoom button, or that Google Earth button, or that um or hitting that microscope button, you are able to see beyond things, because whenever I say x-ray vision means that you are really actually recognizing that you are the awareness, you are that energy which is observing all that is happening. So you're able to go, oh my god, so I'm feeling this because I thought that, and I thought that of the situation, but this situation, Like it all makes sense, you know. But how does this actually lead back to the talk that I'm giving today about the emotion, the inner child? You know, the inner child is ultimately, I feel like, I don't even feel like but you know, usually whenever I say I feel like, it's because this is something that I didn't even think or even learned from school or whatever, something like that. It's just something that I got from observing things around me and even observing myself, you know? Like we are still I mean, my mom is my mom is she's an older person. I think she's around 47 or something like that. But when I look at my mom, she's still young. You know, she's still young. She has those are facets or those parts of uh, a 12-year-old person or of an 8-year-old person. I mean, literally everyone is sensitive. Everyone is still a little child inside. You know, everybody's still young. It's just that we go through this process of growing up, whereby our bodies or our cells multiply and the body reaches complexity. I don't know if I said it well, but you know what I'm saying, where the body becomes complex. But it's just like a lot of cells are replicating and some of them die, and then yeah, as you reach a certain whatever along the process, you start aging. And then I think the mistake that we did was that we took this idea of age, which is like, oh, actually, if you are 25 years old, it means that you have experienced 25 summers. You have experienced 25 25 winters, you know. It means that you have been able to wake up 25 years from bed. It just literally means that. Does it mean anything about you? Really, it doesn't. But a lot of people carry around this age thing of, oh, I'm 40 years, so, oh, I'm 29 years older than you, I'm 60 years, I am this. But there's nothing. And I learned somewhere that actually older people, the reason why we are brought up in a culture that says respect older people is because older people by that time, they reached that stage of realizing that, oh, it is an illusion, oh, it's not personal, oh, I have to be present. They were really able to really when I say they were present, it's actually they were not fighting against this process. They were not fighting against the life. They were aligning themselves with life. They were one with life. They returned home. You know, they loved themselves so much to really go, you know, this is just happening and I'm at peace with it. And they were here, they were present. And because they had that information, that wisdom, we revered them, we honored them, we respected them. But really, at this point in time, really right now in our society and civilization, you can have somebody who's like 30 years old and they're like, oh my God, what did you do? They're so detached. They're fighting against life. They're just doing exactly the opposite of what was actually done by other people who were old, so to speak, you know, who were then respected. So then the question is like, why then should I respect you if you are just not do what it was for, you know. But anyways, coming back, but we are all young. We all have that inner child, you know. So the inner child, that same feeling that you felt as a little person, you know, to the earliest memories, way before you were even 7 years old. Like me, I remember when I have some memories when I was 7 years old. Most of them are distorted, but I have some really solid ones where I remember where I had this Hannah Montana bag, and it was so, I still remember the smell of it. It was so captivating. I've always loved colors, nails, you know, and everything like that. And right now I'm still living it. I have to take care of that inner child. So now when I wake up in the morning, I have to I have to pray, meditate, and ask my myself, you know. And whenever I talk to myself, I'm actually talking to that inner child, to that little kid inside. I'll be like, "Oh, hi, Yame Wilfred. How are you feeling?" And whenever I say, "How are you feeling?" I cannot answer it in a very in a conventional manner where I go, "I'm fine," like we always do. I have to really actually break it down. And whenever I say, "How am I feeling?" that kid will let me know exactly how he is feeling, or how she's feeling, or how it is feeling. That kid will say, boom, I would feel this, there's this there's this feeling I would feel in my chest. It's either if there's some tension, or there's some relaxation. I know that it means we are doing so great, that I'm taking care of that kid. It means that I'm doing very great. Heads up. It's like, oh, I'm doing great. Yami's doing great, thank you. And I would outline why, actually, because I'm like, oh, this is how I'm feeling. So I'm feeling this way because, oh, because that happened, and I thought that of the situation, but is it really true? Like, I really literally break it down. And then sometimes I'll be like, how are you feeling? And then I feel this tension. And I know, the thing is that I'm bringing myself back to this moment. How am I feeling? I do this when I wake up and when I go to sleep. So when I go to sleep during the day, a lot of things can happen. So when I get there, and then I'm like, how are you feeling? Anything which hurt that kid during the day, anything which caused harm, which saddened that kid during the day, or maybe someone said, oh, or they said some nasty things, or any thing which was like mean, rude, or whatever, which when I say, how are you, that kid would actually talk to me, and then I'll feel this pain or this tension in my chest. Then I go, oh, okay, I feel it. I feel this tension. Why do I feel this tension? The child will actually let me know. And then I remember, oh, that so and so said this to you. And then I have to say, hi, little, hi, Amy Wilfred. You have to remember, it is not personal. It is all an illusion, so don't take it personal. Sometimes that is not enough. I have to really go a step further and say, listen, they don't hate you. They hate themselves, honey. It was never personal. It's like reading the comments on YouTube. That has nothing to do with you. When somebody comes to you and say, I don't like your lips, I don't like saying so mean stuff, whatever it is, I have to really tell that kid, honey, it was never personal. It has nothing to do with you. Yes, you are hurt, but listen, I'm here to take care of you. It was never personal. And you know what? Um, I feel so fortunate because I'm doing this at 20 years old. You know, I've heard my teenage years where I was really a not so good. I was a bad parent, or I was a bad figure. I didn't take care of that little child. I exposed that inner child, or that kid, to situations which were very tumultuous, and like this past 2 weeks, there's been this situation which I found myself, and I've been like, I have to literally go and apologize to the little kid and say, I'm so sorry for putting you through this. I'm sorry for staying so long in this situation, even though I know that this is not love. This is not worth it. This is draining, but I stayed there. Why? Because I wanted some external validation from this other person. Like, I forgot about you. You told me that you were hurt, but I didn't listen to you know? And it's just that, and it goes back to say, because I was saying, I feel fortunate that I'm doing this at 20 years, because now I'm so much aware that whenever I enter a situation, I become present, and I listen to my inner child. The little kid will tell me, I don't want to do that. I don't want to eat that. No, I don't want to sit with them. No, I don't want to go there. I want to sleep. You know, I spend a lot of time by myself. And by this time, that is my favorite time of all because I read, I watch TV, I dance, I sing, I laugh, you know, I act, and it's wonderful. And all of these things are what my kids really loved ever since I recall them from a young age because we used to sing when we were young, and it all goes back to hi, Yame Wilfred, what do you want to do, my little kid? And then it tells me, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. So sometimes, and recently, this little kid has been telling me, Wilfred, I'll be like, okay, what do you want to do? And the little kid is like, I don't know. I don't know. And because the little kid is saying, I don't know, most of the times I would be, when my kid says, I don't know, I would say, okay, so he's restless. So let's go and try and check on my friends. And then I get there and then I realize, that kid, my little child didn't want this. This is not what he wanted. This is not anything because I'm not enjoying it. It's not adding up. It's just like the little child is still like, I don't want to be here, and it. And I would have to go back home and sit there, and what I learned is that this little kid just wants to sit down. you know it wants to sit down, maybe look at the stars, maybe look at the sun, maybe look at the clouds, look at the sky. Wants to sit down under a tree, look at the river. It doesn't even want to take a walk. It just want to sit down and breathe and listen to yourself and just relax. It doesn't want to do anything. It wants to do nothing. It wants to do nothing. And it's very, very hard. It's hard to do nothing. It's hard, but I've been practicing it, and I'll realize that, oh, okay, that's all that was needed. What do you want to do? You want to sleep? Okay, we sleep. And then I go there. So this thing is very, very huge. And I feel like everybody should be doing it. I'm surprised that people don't actually do it. But I know why people don't do it, because when you ask yourself, how am I feeling? You are forced to stay present. And at this present moment, a lot of us are under so much pain. We are so hurt. First of all, we are hurt by the pressure from the society. Second of all, which is a huge one, we have hurt ourselves. We have hurt ourselves. And to really claim responsibility for what we have done is so big, it's so heavy. Because you actually have to go there and say, I'm so sorry that I treated you wrong. I treated myself wrong. You are taking the responsibility. You have to ask for forgiveness. And that is, I don't know, it seems hard. It is hard. It is hard, and I get why people won't do that. So they would rather actually just go, oh, I blame it on my mom, I blame it on my teachers, I blame it on the society, I blame it on men who are so whatever. No one is willing to actually say, even though I'm pointing the finger over there, there's other four fingers, or at least these three fingers are pointing at me. At least three fingers are pointing back at me. So I'm responsible. As much as I can say, oh, honey, blame it on the internet, but I have something to do with this happening over here. I allowed it. And it's so hard, but it's very huge, because you loving your inner child is you loving yourself. And how you really treat your inner child is very related. It's correlated. It corresponds. It is identical. It is very, very coherent to how you treat other people you know and the way you treat your inner child is actually how you treat yourself, and how you treat yourself is how you treat other people. It all goes back to, you cannot give what you don't have you know so if you treat that inner child very badly, you judge him, you judge her, you judge it, you judge them, you ridicule them, you hurt them, you put them in situations where they're so uncomfortable. When you do that to yourself, you are actually going to do that to other people. And it's very, very, oh my God. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of, this past, I think 4 weeks, I've been so much of an observer, you know, and a lot of people, the way they interact with other people, it's so shocking because it all goes back to, oh my god, if you treat another person like this, if you judge another person, it means that you've already judged yourself, and you're actually judging yourself. So I feel much pain for you, because it means that is all that if you're so negative, and you withdraw negativity without, it means that within you are so negative. And I feel compassion towards you, because I'm going, oh my God, why do they hate themselves though so much? Don't they? It's just like that, and it's just that. So taking care of that inner child is evolutionary, because it changes everything. You will love yourself, and if you love yourself, you will definitely love another person. And until you love yourself again, you will not even allow yourself to be loved, because you are not familiar to love. You're familiar to something else, to negativity, to fear. So you would only correspond, and you will only move towards people who will be able to actually validate your fear, validate that you are not worth it, validate that you are ugly, validate that you are not smart. So it's all that. It's not like John is a mean person. It's actually just that you by yourself, you are actually pulling those mean aspects of John. Because John has a girlfriend, by the way, or John has a little kid, by the way, and John is taking care of his little kid. And you're just there, and you're like, you know what, John? I don't want you to love me. If you're going to love me, I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to go to Mahindra. Mahindra, um, are you going to love me or hurt me? Oh, you're going to hurt me. That's it. I love it. Because somehow you or we have created this identity of victimhood around that identity, or around that idea of being victims. So it's like, if you are never victimized, if you're never done wrong, you don't feel safe. You don't feel comfortable, because it's not familiar. So you would run away, you know? That's just that. Thank you so much. Oh my God. It's not like I'm done. It was never personal. And the next thing that I want to talk about is the pressure that we are under. You know, so I'm here, and I stay with my sister, but I wanna move. I wanna relocate. I wanna move. I wanna go and stay alone. Why? First of all, like I say, I like staying alone. Like right now, I'm recording this podcast. I'm home. It's 16. Is it? Did I say 16? Oh my God! It's 18:26, and I'm about to actually sleep. So after this, I have to sleep. But I'm free. I'm alone. I'm having the best time of my life. I enjoy it. It's so nice. I'm most confident when I'm alone, because by that time, or by that moment, I am so free, and I have it's like I don't even have need to block, but I'm so away from other people's bullshit, because people say a lot of things. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you should be like, I don't care. So this thing applies to the society, our culture, our civilization. I mean, who cares about? I mean, like right now, when I go on to what is it? When I go into, there's a lot of things I don't know what to pick, because I'm like, let me pick something that maybe you'll agree. But literally everything, I don't care. I don't care about likes that I get on social media. But there's so much pressure about what you have to post. It's like you have to post a picture that's number one, good lighting. Oh, okay. I thought the sun was a good enough lighting, and then it's like, oh, did you take using an iPhone? Oh my God. Oh, do I look slim in this picture? Oh, do I look, is the background clear? Is Don't show my feet because I'm wearing the fake Adidas. I'm not wearing the real Gucci. Like, who cares? I don't give a I don't give a fuck about the real Gucci. I don't give a fuck about iPhone. I mean, literally, I don't give a fuck about those things. I mean, again, and then it's like, oh, okay, yes, I did take on a very good background. I really did take with an iPhone. I did take not the fake Gucci's. I did take with good lighting, and there's the golden sun kiss thing. And I'm like, and then as if that is not enough, it's like, how many likes did you get? Did you get 250 likes? Did that guy that you crushing on is what? Who care? I don't care about that. But there's so much pressure around those things. It's like right now, there's so much pressure around football. It's like, you tune on to the news and the sports section. They talk about men who throw around balls. I mean, what? I mean, it's not like those balls that you think of, but like football, like soccer. Oh my god! Personally, I don't care about it, but why don't we give them like why don't we cater for everybody then? Like, okay, have like the 50% of the time talking about balls, and then after that's now talk about long nails, talk about red pink nails, talk about stiletto nails versus square nails versus the French tip nails. Talk about those things. Tell me about the new nail polish that is really invented out there. Talk about synthetic wigs. Talk about how many colorful wigs we have. Can you talk about that? Can you talk about how, oh my God, like there is so much pressure, around things which I don't give up. I think a lot of us don't even give a fuck about. And it really starts from school. Like, who cares about that thing? I mean, other things that we are learning is just, oh my God, the amount of time we get to be at school. And school is so serious. It's made serious. But I get it. I get it. But I'm like, why are we not having fun at school? I'm not talking about sports, because sports are so serious. Sports are competitive. Can we have fun? Can we play games? And I don't want to play a game where we win. Can we just play games for the fun of it? So it's like that. And I've been observing the world around me, and how there's so much pressure, and we all feel it. We are so angry. We are so angry because first of all, it's like, I cannot. What do you want me to do? I don't want to do this, but when I don't do it, what am I? I'm not saying dissolve away from school, dissolve away from sports and stuff like that, but I'm saying have one foot in and have the other foot outside, because it's not personal. It's not personal. The pressure that we have around all of these things, the seriousness that we take and we hold around this concept of school, and then it's like, oh, I have to pass my PSLE. I have to pass my JCSCE. I have to pass my BGCSE. I have to do my A levels, and then after that, I have to go to Harvard, and then after that, I have to be whatever. It's like there's always something, something after something, something after. Honey, oh my God, that's so. And then maybe you get a 52% on your bio statistics, and then you get so angry and sad and whatever. It's like, honey, it's not personal. It's not that deep. Don't take it that serious. It's just it's a paper. It has nothing to do with you. If anything, even the things that you are learning right now, they're not even true. So why are you even sulking? I get it. Your mom thinks it's everything. But you know it's not. And she knows it's not. It's like, why is there so much pressure? I don't know if I'm the only one who's really getting it. Like, there's so much pressure around everything. I'm about to relocate, and my mom was telling me that I have to really break down and write a list of actually what I'm going to get. She's like, you're going to need a bed, you're going to need a stove, you're going to need a fridge, you're going to need what, like this furniture. And I'm like, Mom, I personally, I don't need those things. What I need is a house and then the money to pay the rent. That's all. And the food. I mean, do I need a bed? I don't really need it. I can sleep on the floor. It's fine. At the end of the day, I'm going to wake up and it's fine. I don't have a problem. You personally have a problem with it. So why don't you buy the bed and give it to me? I mean, but me, I'm not going to buy it. That's why people actually are in a lot of debts and people are buying beds on installments or whatever. And if the bed is like, if the bed costs probably 2,000, they're going to pay 5,000. And I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? You don't have the money for the bed, so don't take the bed in. You don't have the money for the fridge, so why are you buying the fridge? Oh, okay. It's so simple. It's simple. If you don't have a fridge, don't buy things that need a fridge. That's simple. Oh, you want a fridge? Oh, okay. Then save the money for the fridge. But right now, don't buy. I don't. But do you really need a fridge? You don't. Do you forget? Are you forgetting where we're coming from? You're not, right? Do you need a TV? Really? Do you need it? I mean, it's so serious. It's like, are you driving the right car? What's the right car? I thought a car should take me from point A to point B. That's all. Do you have the right phone? Are you using the iPhone? Oh, yes, I'm using the iPhone. Oh, is it iPhone 4 or iPhone 13 Pro Max? What the fuck? There's so much pressure, you know? And then it's like, do you have a pen? And then there's like, there are these pens which are good. These pens are not good. Do you have are you wearing a t-shirt? Is it a polo t-shirt or is it a no name? Oh my God, I thought the point of us getting a t-shirt is just oh, it's so serious. That is the pressure that I'm talking about. And I've been looking at it and it's just first of all, it's exhausting. And when I look at it with x-ray eyes, it shows that we are so unconscious. It shows that we are again, we are so detached from our inner child because the little child doesn't give a fuck about Gucci or Yves Saint Laurent or are you driving a Mercedes Benz or are you using an iPhone 15 Pro Max or whatever. That kid doesn't give a fuck about those things. You know what it likes? Okay, personally, my kid likes colors. He likes red, orange, pink, purple. And then you get to hear, oh, pink is for girls. What the fuck? Oh my God. What are we talking about? I mean, I personally like pink, but at the same time, I like blue. I can have fun with these colors, but it doesn't even mean anything. I personally like nails, and I can put them. And there's like, oh, boys are not. Oh my. Ugh. What's happening? What is happening? I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one who's getting this, but if you really do think that this is something that you've also been observing, really do, share with me this that you feel like that's so blown out of proportion. And it's very funny because some people, especially my family members, and I'm talking with a very low voice because I feel like I shouldn't be saying it, but I can, especially my family members. These family members of like they take stuff seriously. I feel like even the things that I'm saying over here, like, oh, your inner kid doesn't really care about if you're staying in a very huge house or whatever. It just wants to have fun, And like I said, my inner kid really cares about colors, dance, music, laughter, kindness, love. Those are the things that it enjoys. It likes light. It likes going towards some joy. It doesn't even give a fuck about if you're eating the chicken which is from Sweden or you're eating a chicken from your back door. Like, ugh. Does it? Are you? Did you eat? That's all he cares about. Oh, I ate. Thank you. Bye. But I don't think my family members really get it, and no, I don't think a lot of people. They think oh, like this is and I'm like, oh, okay, 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 yeah. But that's just that. There's so much seriousness around that, and we are angry. We are so angry, and when I say we are so angry, it's like we are frustrated because we feel so confined. We feel so forced into the system. But you can actually I go into the system and have fun with it. That is the goal. The goal is never really to leave the system. The goal is to realize, oh, it is an illusion because it's not personal, then I can have fun with it. And then it's like, oh, you know what? I don't care. You want I want a phone. I'm just going to get my Huawei. I don't care. I'm like, ugh. I mean, who cares about? Hey, at the end of the day, I want to call. I want to text. I don't give a fuck about iPhones or whatever. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get an iPhone, but I don't really give. I like. There's no attachment. The thing is that we attach our sense of selves to what to these possessions. We are just chasing external validation. We are competing with others because first of all, we are competing with ourselves. We are running after perfectionism, which is an illusion. We are comparing ourselves. We are so unhappy and things of that sort. But um just love yourself. Love yourself. It's not serious. You know, go out there, you rock your body, walk like it's your I don't want to say the last day of your life, but again, glass half full, glass half empty. Both things are correct. But you can walk outside there like it's your last day and you can rock it and you can say, oh my God, I'm free. I'm a freak. I'm a cunt, and just do whatever you want to do. And it's fine, and it's okay. Or you can get there and be like, oh my God, it's my last day. I'm dying. Blah, blah, blah. It's your choice. It's your choice. If you want to choose the darkness, that is what you want to that is what you will get. But if you choose the light, and I choose the light, I personally choose the light, and that is what I'm getting. Because I choose laughter and I'm seeking laughter, that's what I get. And be grateful, guys. Be grateful. You are here. You are breathing. You are healthy. You are not sick. You have food. You ate. It's not about did I eat 7 colors? You ate. You ate. Don't take it too seriously. It's not that personal, and you get down to the nitty bit of it. Oh my God, I think that a lot of fats in this food. Okay, yeah, take care of your body, but don't take it too personal. Don't take it too personal. Oh, you want to take alcohol? Go for it. You know, go for it, but don't take it too seriously. When you take it too seriously, you would either overdose the alcohol or you would actually detach yourself from the alcohol. It's like, oh, I'm not taking alcohol. I don't do that. Oh my God, you're just doing. Oh my God, it's like that. It's this. Do whatever you do, but as long as you have awareness in it or during the process, then you're fine. Oh, you wanna, you wanna, you want whatever. It's a dream. Eventually, you'll wake up and you realize because it was never personal. Nothing actually had anything to do with me. But why did I take it seriously? Oh my God. I wish I could have rowed that boat. I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have. I mean, uh, I don't wanna continue on to the next thing, on to the next chapter, saying, I wish I could have. I try to have as much as fun as I can, because it's not personal. And you're going to wake up and you realize it had nothing to do with me. I'm unchanged. You know, but that is that which I had for you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate your coming here. Yes. And I'll see you next season. This is me, Yame Wilfred, from It Was Never Personal with Yame Wilfred, season 1. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in. And remember, love yourself. It was never personal. It was never personal. I think I said it too fast, so I have to really rewind and say it again. It was never personal. Whatever they say about you, whatever you think about yourself, has nothing to even do about you because you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are not your job, you are not what it says on your birth certificate. To even start with it, I'm not even Yami Wilfred, but I wouldn't go there because I don't want to push the people over. But it's not personal. Whatever idea you have of yourself, you're not even the clothes that you're wearing. It has nothing to do with you. If anything, you are an extension of the power of love. You are love. You are an extension of the power that created the entire universe. You are God. You are God in drag. You are God in drag. Have fun. Have fun. You are God. You're so powerful. You're a co-creator. That's it. I mean, other people are so scared to even admit the fact that they are God, but that's their thing. I mean, it has nothing to do with me because I mean, it was never personal. So that is what I had for you for this season. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for loving yourself. I'll see you when I see you. Oh my God. Do I ever get to see you? I mean, but I will catch up with you and I would whatever. But I'll always check whatever. I'll always check from time to time if I have a new comment or whatever, And that is it from me. Thank you so much. It was so great. It was so great. I'll see you next year. Bye. And like I always say before I go, it was never personal. Bye, guys. I love you so much. Bye. Oh my God. Oh.